Welcome once again to Vegas Valley Treasures. My name is Kenneth. I am your host, your hand model, and the crazy Vegas Valley treasure hunter. Self-proclaimed, of course. It means I go out and find pretty things and bring them home, and that gets me into a lot of trouble because I have too many things at home that need new homes. Yesterday we were going through and doing an unboxing, and we wound up with three large clumps of chains, which I then proceeded to start untangling on a second video. If you have the time and have absolutely nothing to do for an hour and 37 minutes, please enjoy that video as well. But the net result of it was a lot of chains, a lot of untangled pieces, some things that needed to be reassembled, and some things that were missing a few bits and pieces like hooks and jump rings. But either way, we wound up with a lot of pretty pieces, and I wanted to just go through them with you. Some of them I've already taken a look at and actually put on jewelry cards, but a lot of them I haven't yet, and either way I wanted to go through them with you because it was part of the unboxing video, and guess what? This is now part of the next piece of the unboxing video. Hooray! So let's get going. Okay, so we've got this pretty little piece, and if I remember correctly, I actually added in this little bead. It just didn't. It looked a little too naked with a ending in just a leaf. Actually, I probably need to close that loop a little bit. Sometimes I add, sometimes I take away, sometimes I redesign completely, sometimes I don't do anything at all. But in all cases, I hope that what I produce or find winds up to be pretty enough to pique somebody's interest. This is an unnamed piece, which is why I felt confident and rightful to make the modification, but it is a very pretty piece at the end of the day. And we'll put this on a jewelry card and send this on its way to Grogu over here. Mr. Grogu, are you willing and able to accept new pieces? Do you have room in your little basket? Oh, you do. Terrific. This is actually on a nice double chain, which is cool. But regardless, it is now a complete piece. I think that there was probably some other type of charm at the end there where I added in the bauble. But I think that the bauble itself, regardless, complements the piece. So I'm not upset about this at all. Let's grab some baggies. And if we finish this, we'll get back to the bucket of stuff to look at. If not, we'll get to the bucket of stuff tomorrow or the next day. We always have more buckets of stuff, don't we? Okay, so this is another one of the pieces. This is a very pretty chain. This is ferrous. I don't see any jewelry marks on this piece. Let's take a look at the bauble at the bottom. See, I think this might be missing something because I remember looking. Yeah, you see, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 7 chains with a little piece at the end. I think I need to just do some work on this. See if I can't find something to replace the missing pieces, or move this one over. Oh, I'd have to put 3 pieces in then, but we'll figure that out. So you're going to go into my project box over here, and we'll move on. Okay, yeah, this one's ferrous. Good, makes things easier. I didn't see any, or I don't see, I should say, any jewelry marks, but there are several charms. This one says, "I love my tribe." Oh, I gather these are names. Yeah. Mia, Isaac, and Deshawn. Interesting. So I'm gathering I'm going to need to take those 3 off at least. The chain itself is ferrous, but it's sort of a brassy copper color, like the charms. So, well, let's take a minute and just take that off, because I mean, this is cute by itself, right? Doesn't need the tribe members, as it were. So where's my tools? To my right, of course. So this was a very personalized piece for somebody. Interesting. Doesn't really do me a lot of good to sell a personalized piece with 3 people's names, which is unfortunate, because I don't think I'll ever have a use for the pieces other than the jump rings themselves. Okay. 3 names removed, putting these into the scrap bucket for now. It now just says, I love my tribe. And is a pretty little necklace. Okay, let's put you on a jewelry card. And if I don't mention it, I already identified there were 7 either gold tone or silver tone plain Jane chains, so the chains that don't have any charm or anything special about them, which I need to match up hopefully with a charm eventually, and I put those to the side already. So on top of it, oh, look at that little fluff. Goodbye. Okay, let's put you in a baggie and give you over to Grogu. Fluff off the stage here. Thank you for leaving. Okay, this one is huge. There's a lot of moving pieces to this puzzle, and it actually, if I remember, has a tag right here. It does. Let me see what this says. Give me 1 second. It's a Chico's piece. Interesting. Okay, so let's get this untangled. Oh, considering how busy it is, it makes sense it's a Chico's piece, right? Okay, so we'll put a tag on this. Let's grab a card. ICOS. Huh. Let's get this onto a jewelry card. Is there any more jewelry cards here? Of course, there's one right here. Pieces tend to be very bulky and very busy. Not that I have a problem with that, but it's definitely a distinctive thing about them. Or better put, chunky. Is that the term? Come on, get in there. Thank you. Need you to connect. On the jewelry card. Thank you. Other than that, it looks very pretty. Put you in a baggie. So it's an unusually rainy and gray day today here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Happy to be indoors and working on my jewelry. Still hunting for that elusive, well-paying job so I can support my life and all that. Okay. Okie dokie. Don't. So what we've got here is a pretty little necklace with 3 chevrons. And yes, that is one of the correct terms for that. It is a Ferris piece. Let's see if I have more. There's more jewelry cards. Let's grab some. Really need more. I didn't see any jewelry marks on the clasp. Let's put this on the jewelry card. And we'll bag it up. It's cute. Nothing spectacular, but cute. I do like the way that the chevrons cascade. But it's not about what I like, it's about what you like. And hopefully it's something that you find interesting. Okay. Here you go, Grogu. Another good piece. Okie dokie, what do we got here? We've got a pretty little necklace that's actually missing a bauble. I can see it already. I think I saw that bauble. I'm gonna have to check my scrap bucket. I might have put that in there as I was going through this. I don't see any jewelry marks, but until I figure out what to do with this is going to go into my project bin. If nothing else, I might just shorten the pattern, remove these 2 pieces, and bring everything in. I don't think that would look bad. We'll figure that out. It's a project. I love projects, don't I? Oh, another plain Jane chain. Does this one have? Does. Okay. Are you Ferris? You are Ferris. Okay, so we'll just put you aside until we find a lovely little bauble to put on you. A bauble, a pendant, a charm, or something. It's always good to have some chains for projects. Okay, so the rest of these I have looked at in one form or another, so let's just go through them and bag them up. Grab some baggies. Okay, so this is just a religious piece with a St. Anthony charm and cross. I just wrote this up just so I forget that it's St. Anthony, rather than having to look at the charm every time I wanted to talk about this. It's good to have information, right? Especially when you're selling something. If it's yours personally and you like what you have, there's no reason to keep an itinerary or a piece of information about it handy. But when you're selling stuff, yeah, it's good to have handy information. This again had no specific markings. It's a double leaf pendant. One of the leaves is on a little chain. Put that in a baggie and give it to Grogu. And this was ferrous, I remember. Well, actually, I think everything else was ferrous in one form or another except for the next piece. Okay, so this one was recovered from a triple chain. So it had two other chains coming off of it, but I had to disassemble it to get to all the pieces. So rather than reassembling something that I thought didn't look very good, I put this out separately. I think it looks beautiful just as is. Very classic looking necklace. So, since there's no jewelry mark on it, there's no problems. It just became a Vegas Valley Treasures original, just from modification. Next up is another little religious piece. This says, "Pray for me" on the back. And this is ferrous as well, if I remember correctly. Where's my little... there it is. Let's just make sure. Yep. Attracted to the magnet means it's ferrous. I don't mind religious pieces. I just have a lot of trouble selling them. There are specific people that absolutely love religious pieces, and there are people that run away from them like the plague. Definitely differences there. Okay, so this piece I actually had to do some work on. There were some when I disassembled the chain pile. There were 3 different pieces of this necklace, but I reassembled them and gave them a nice clasp. Either way, it's going out for sale now. Or at least going to Grogu to find its way out for sale. Guys, if there's anything that you see that you like, please let me know. If you do, and put it in the comments, I'll make it a priority to put it out for sale on my Whatnot page. For those of you that are unfamiliar or interested, I sell on whatnot.com or the Whatnot app under the name Vegas Valley Treasures, one word. Continuing on here. Little cute owl pendant on a is it brass colored chain? But I believe this was ferrous as well. You know what? We have room now. Let's put the bust out so we can take a look at these things. I think it's a worthwhile moment in time. There's only a few more pieces. Thank you, Grogu. Okay, so the next piece was again a repair job. But I think the results are nice. We got a nice long chain with pretty baubles, beads. There's no clasp on this because it's actually quite long. Long enough to slip over anyone's head. So put it out for sale. And what do I mean by repair job? When it was untangled from the mass of chains, there were 2 pieces of it, and I put it back together. And then there was a trailing chain off of one link, which looked like it was for a second loop, but there wasn't any of the rest of it, so I've just removed that piece. But it was just a simple chain piece. Next one, I got lucky. This is actually labeled 1928 as far as the manufacturer. Let me bring that up to the bust. It's a very pretty piece. I don't know. Definitely looks like it belongs in that era, doesn't it? Little rose here with a drop bead that looks like a pearl. Very pretty. Ziplocs. Okay, and the last piece I'm not going to give to Grogu because I'm not sure what to do with it. Oh, whoa, sorry guys. Let's get that back into focus. Cool. This is labeled Monet, and it's a very pretty chain, but I'm a little concerned because although it has a Monet tag right there, and it looks symmetrical going down the chain. It's a huge chain. The fact that it has one piece back here right by the clasp, and it has a silver jump ring. I think somebody repaired this previously. So I'm not sure what I can do with this. I mean, I could certainly replace this with a gold colored jump ring, but I don't like doing modifications to named pieces. That just puts a wrong thing into my perspective. If any of you have any thoughts on what I should do with this, let me know. For the time being, I think it's going to my project bin. I mean, I could always remove the Monet tag and make something else out of it, and just fix it. But I hate to throw away the Monet tag. I hate to throw away an object that is potentially Monet. Okay. Into the project bin you go. And I even wrote up a card for it because I got excited that was a Monet piece. Okay, well, I think I'm going to cut the video here. It's only 22 minutes in, but I think that was a good amount of things to show you. And we'll pick up with the bin o stuff on our next little adventure together. And there's several more collections and bins o stuff that need to get picked through and figure out what to do with them. And we still have a whole bunch of earrings from the last one that need to find their friends or something done with them. I like that. Oh well, I'm blathering at this point. Well, as always, please like and subscribe if you like the content I'm creating. It really does help the channel. As always, I am Kenneth. I am your host, your hand model, and the crazy Vegas Valley treasure hunter. And I'm signing off. Thank you very much for your time and attention, and enjoy your jewelry.